Way, John Henry, and other members of the Red Sox looking to change that name because of Yawkey's racist past. The Yawkey Way. There's discussion about changing the name of Yawkey Way. John Henry and other members of the Red Sox looking to change that name because of Yawkey's racist past and allegations. I think they were the last team to integrate. Give us your thoughts on that.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they were. I mean, the Yankees weren't that much quicker either. I mean, the Yankees waited 10 years after Jackie Robinson. Of course, Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier with the Dodgers, the Brooklyn Dodgers, 1947. The Yankees were a decade late. The Red Sox were 12 years late with Pumpsie Green. All of these different narratives that, Yawkey was a plantation owner and that he was a racist. He's been dead since 1976. In 1977, they renamed Jersey Street into Yawkey Way, and that's what it's been for the last 40 years. And there's been discussions to change it because of those racist patterns of Tom Yawkey. And in fact, John Henry, the owner of the Red Sox, who's now owned the team for 15 years, wanted to go in that direction. But Tom Menino was the mayor of Boston. He said, just don't do that. Let's not open up that can of worms.
Right.
Well, Henry on Thursday said he's been haunted by this, which I think is a bit harsh to use the word haunted.
Yeah.
I think, haunted is if you serve 2 terms in Vietnam and you have PTSD, that's being haunted.
Right.
Not being haunted by the name of a street next to a ballpark that you own that's gone up 300% in value since you owned it. I wouldn't use the word haunted. But he's had that opportunity to change the name since Marty Walsh has been mayor. Now, Marty Walsh has been mayor since January of 2014, so he's had about 1,300 days to do this, but he's doing it this week. I think it's pandering to what happened, obviously, in Charlottesville a week ago. If they want to change the name of the street, they can do it very simply with them, and any fellow butters can go through the process, and I'm sure Marty Walsh would not get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
But should we also change the Yawkey T-stop on the Green Line? And while we're at it, do you want to now rename the Yawkey Cancer Center something different, even though the Yawkey family did give about $450 million to build that building and to help outpatient care for cancer patients? I mean, where do you want to go with it? Was he a racist? Yes, but there's a lot more to be told into that. And I don't know that renaming a street is really going to do a lot to change the history of Tom Yawkey. Well, by the way, I think most people that go to Fenway Park just think of Yawkey Way as a place where they, get a $7 or $8 sausage.
Right.
I don't think they really know what Yawkey Way means or who Yawkey was.
Yeah, in some respects, maybe you wonder if John Henry's just pandering to the climate in the country. Maybe he really means it, but sometimes those guys like Tom Menino knew what was best. Sometimes you don't have to dredge everything up just for the sake of what. Nothing's going to be changed because of it, and you might end up having people say, "Geez, that's thinking poorly of the Red Sox when there's no reflection whatsoever on the Red Sox today."
No, not at all. I mean, and the Red Sox changed. I think Dan Duquette did a lot. He never gets any credit, but he's the guy who put most of that 2014 together. He made the trades for Jason Varitek and Derek Lowe. He drafted Nomar Garcia-Parra. A lot of really great moves were made by Dan Duquette, not to mention trading for Pedro Martinez, signing Johnny Damon, and Manny Ramirez as free agents. But he also changed the culture of the Boston Red Sox. I mean, you look at perhaps the 3 most popular players on the Red Sox in the last 25 years. I think you can make a case that the 3 most popular players certainly would be Ortiz, Pedro Martinez, and Mo Vaughn.
Yeah, sure.
All men of color. So I think it's changed. I mean, Boston has changed
certainly
from 1967 and 1927. I mean, cities evolve. And I think to keep picking at that scab is somewhat counterproductive. And again, I'm not a fan of Tom Yawkey.
No, it doesn't.
But I think what exactly does this accomplish?
Well, the problem is sometimes when you get into this conversation, it ends up where people say, "Well, then therefore you must support everything the guy did." No, that's got nothing to do with it. You can dislike a guy, but at the same time say we don't need to tear everything up. Thanks for watching. And if you would like to get more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button below on the WBSM channel. Subscribe to WBSM, and that way you'll always get the latest videos here from Sunday Brunch and the other wonderful programs on WBSM.